everybody, and welcome to the Coach's Call. Thanks for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, please, of course, consider subscribing. Love to have you around long term. What do I want to talk about today? Well, surprisingly, it's going to be hockey. But what I want to talk about is a venue. I want to talk about the Canadian Tire Center, where the Ottawa Senators play. And I'm going to tell you what my favorite section is and what my favorite area is to view the game live in person, a little bit about the experience going to the Ottawa game, and some of the amenities. So yeah, let's get going. So look at, there's a lot of conversation sometimes when it comes to the Ottawa Senators and what's around the arena, because if you've been there, you look around and there's an arena, and in the immediate vicinity of the arena, there isn't very much. But if you expand that geography, if you expand the footprint a little bit to, let's say, 2 to 3 kilometers away from the arena, there's a lot of restaurants. Like you got a lot of your franchise restaurants. You got the Casey's and you got the Montanas, and they're just there. And you get your burgers, you can go and have pasta meals, you can have whatever you like before the game, and it's really not that far from the arena. Is it within walking distance, like let's say you would be in Toronto at the Air Canada Center? No, it isn't, but it's not horrible. It's not, oh my God, there's absolutely nothing for miles and miles and miles. It's a couple of kilometers. So I was able to enjoy a nice meal before actually going to the venue. And it seems that others do the same, because the server that we had said, oh, it's game day. You guys are going to the game by chance? Yeah, we are. And then we had a game conversation. So I'm going to put in the show notes where the location is that I'm talking about, that's only a couple of kilometers away. And even having said that, if you don't have a place to stay, or you're not from the Ottawa area, there's a couple of hotels. Like literally, there's a road, and there's a couple of hotels down the road. And if you just drive straight down the road, you're going to get to the arena in about 3 kilometers as well. And so, it's not hard to book one of these hotels and go and stay there and have the food and then go to the game. So I'll put those in the show notes as well for you. Now, getting to the arena and the parking and all that, I have never had an easier experience getting into the parking lot and then walking to the arena. It was super easy. I had my ticket parking purchased before I even went to the game. It was digital. I had it on my phone. You get to the gate, they show them the barcode, they let you in, you go park. It was easy. Everybody was really friendly. Lots of parking space, and the parking lots are very well designed, strategically around the arena. And then once we parked, it was easy. I mean, park, and there's a walk straight through to the arena. If it's raining, they do have a bit of a walkway to give you some partial coverage at some point when you get a little bit closer to the arena. And then leaving at the end of the game, the parking lot, it wasn't that hard. I mean, you got volume, right? And you're going to have volume at any game. But again, everybody was really friendly. Like, there was this, okay, we know we got to come out into the center lanes, and cars were taking turns. Okay, you go, you let somebody in, they let somebody in, and you make your way out. The only small challenge I think I had was just one of the folks on the road that was directing traffic. They just really weren't clear in terms of their giving proper direction. But once we passed that individual, everything was fine. And it was a really good overall going into the parking lot and getting out of the parking lot experience. Lots of space to park your cars. We didn't feel like, somebody was going to dent our doors or anything like that. So good job on the on-site parking, Canadian Tire Center and Ottawa Senators. Now, the game itself and where we sat, these are probably this is my favorite section in the entire arena. It is my favorite seats, my favorite place to be in terms of the view. So the section is section 225, and we got row A. And what it is, it's a little bit on the corner, and you get to watch the opposing team shoot on the Ottawa Senators twice. And look, you're at row A, right? So the row A view means nobody's sitting in front of you. The next person in front of you is an entire section down. And so nobody with a tall hat is going to obstruct your view. Nobody I'm not an incredibly tall person, so nobody who's 2 feet taller than me is going to obstruct my view. So no view obstruction in front of me. The other nice part is their aisle seats where we sat. So section 225, row A, aisle seats, which means easy in, easy out. I don't have to, do the excuse me, sorry, I have to get through, excuse me. And then, at the end of periods, I can easily get up and scoot right up the stairs. Again, no obstruction, a lot faster, a lot easier. And why do I like this view as opposed to, let's say in the middle of the ice or a little bit lower? Well, in this section, I get to see the entire ice surface. And I get the enjoyment of watching 2 periods of goals being scored. Um, fairly close up. I mean, you're not right behind the net or anything, but you get to see the goals go in. I've done videos where, because I can see the whole play, and because I'm climatized to hockey plays and where the puck movement might happen and things like that, I've pulled out my phone and caught a lot of goals just using my phone camera, because I have that really good view and that hockey sense of seeing the whole ice surface. And so it's really cool. Now, why not sit on the other end? Well, even I enjoy watching the Ottawa Senators, of course, but I get to see other teams coming in. I get to see them score or try to score twice, and plus I still get to see the Ottawa Senators try to score once. But you get the different jerseys and you get the different players, and you're getting that variety when you're sitting in that end of seeing all the other different NHL players that come in on those teams. And instead of sitting in the middle, like when you sit in the middle of the arena, and some people like it, hey, behind the bench or behind the boxes or whatever, or on the other side, I just find like you're always looking to the far left, or you're always looking to the far right to see what's going on in the nets. You don't always see that nice clear goal happening, or those setups. If you're right behind the nets, you have to look down ice, and you don't kind of see some of the lateral play that's happening up and down the ice surface, etc. So to me, section 225, fantastic view at the Canadian Tire Center, where I get to watch the entire game play out. I can see the benches on the other side and some of the things that are going on. I get to see some really great face-offs happen in the attacking zones, lots of goals, and I could still see what's happening downstream. Now, in row A, no obstructions, aisle seats, easy in, easy out. Not bugging anybody, don't have to bend and twist my body to try and get out of my seats or anything like that. Lots of room, aisle seats. Now, the other important thing I think when we go to games is, well, the amenities, right? What's around me when I go up the stairs and walk around the foyer of the arena. And here's what I love. Again, section 225. I love this. I come out the door, and to the right of me, I immediately have the men's washrooms. To the left of me, there's women's washrooms. So the washrooms are really close. As soon as I come out the door, they're both right there. I don't have to walk too far. Then you go, okay, those are important things, right? How about the food? How about the drinks and all that stuff? Well, again, I walk out the door, and to the left of me, there's a Ottawa Senators general concession stand. In front of me, there's another general concession stand for the Ottawa Senators run. But then there's also a pizza restaurant there. There's the chef's kitchen. There's Tender Love and Chicken. There's Smoke's Poutineery. There's also a popcorn stand. It's just everything is right there within 30 seconds of a walking distance, right? And then they introduced this new thing, which is just a little further down the hallway, and it's drinks only, self-serve drinks only. And so you walk into this room, and there's these refrigerators lining the walls, and you grab whatever you want to drink, and state of the art, you walk it up, you put it on a platform at the end of the room, and the platform scans all of your drinks, calculates the cost, you tap, and you go. And I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of a demonstration. I had gotten there early enough, and I had never seen that. And this is something new that they put in the arena, and it's not far from Section 225. I think it's one of the largest ones that they have in the arena. They have smaller kiosk types of these scattered throughout the arena, but this is one of their larger ones. But you go in, pick whatever beer, pick whatever pop, pick whatever water, pick whatever drink you want. I think there was even a fridge with maybe some snacks or things like that in some of the smaller ones. But this one, all drinks. And you put it on the platform, scans it. So you're not scanning each item at a time. It scans all of them on the platform. And away you go. You tap and you pay. So look at what I wanted to cover off was I'm giving some love to the Canadian Tire Center, and one of my favorite sections, if you have the chance to go to a game, Section 225, love row A without the obstructions, easy access to some great amenities. And if you get your parking ticket in advance, easy in the parking, easy out in the parking. Totally fun and great experience at the Canadian Tire Center watching the Ottawa Senators. And that's the coach's call. Thanks for joining me. Hope you get to catch a game, and take care, and subscribe if you can. All right, take care.